excited to be here today. We're going to be making some boys shorts. The pattern is for boxers, but I'm just going to skip the boxer part and we're going to use the pattern as shorts. But it's nice because if you wanted to, you could make them boxers. If you look in the description of the video is the link to the blog post where I'm talking all about this. So if you don't want to stay and watch, you can just click over to the blog post. If you are not watching this live, meaning at 10 Central Time on Friday, you'll be able to skip ahead this part. I'm just going to quickly share, and then we'll get started. So check in with me when you get here. Hi Wanda, I would love to hear from you. It's been kind of insane. Things are insane. That's all. So I'm excited for this today. Because it's fun. It's kind of a fun project, and you guys know me, I don't really do clothes. Hi Melissa. But this one is actually super fun and easy. So I'm excited to share it with you. I'm finding that, lots of clothing is actually super fun, but it's not all easy. Hi Angel. My son is doing the same. He's in casts that they're kind of a V like this, and there's a bar in between, so his legs are way out like that. So it's kind of crazy. I stuck them in front of some video games. I was like, I'm doing my live video. We're gonna do it. So that's where they're at. Hi Kim. And I kind of needed a moment away. They're kind of, summer is really intense for me. Like, my kids are crazy. So I love them, but I love them a little bit more when they're in school. Is that wrong? Thank you, Wanda. Sorry, I'm just sharing this a few places and then we'll get started. Giving everybody a little bit of time to hop on, and then we will get going. So how's everyone else's summer going? Hi Tanya. Do you guys have any big plans this summer? We really, our only plans are at the end of July. We're going to Florida, and yeah, that's really it. Nothing too much. Whoa, what happened there? Like, copied it twice. So, hi Carol. Oh, how exciting. Congratulations, Kim. Babies are fun. When they're not your own, especially. Good morning, Beth. I know, June, this year has just gone so incredibly fast. Good morning, Terry. I can't even believe it. So it's just kind of shocking. So, and then, yeah, so really we're just going to Florida in July, and my son is in the cast for another week and a half. So we're kind of hanging out at home until then, and then once he gets all clear, we'll probably spend a lot of time at the pool. Hi, Andrea. Sorry, I got a frog in my throat. Okay, so today we're making some boys boxer shorts or just regular shorts, whatever you want to make from the pattern. And I cut it on the Cricut, but I'm gonna give you guys in the description here, I'm gonna share with you the links. There's two links. Here's a link, if it's gonna let me. There's the link for, come on, let me just, sorry, I'm trying to find this link for you. There's a link for, yes, you could totally make them for girls. The pattern set's for boys, and it has a little like placket for the, to make them boxers, but I'll show you. We're just going to skip that part. We don't really need that part. So let me just throw this link in here for you, so that you can have it. Here's the link for if you are making it. So annoying. Okay, so I'm just going to put it in here. This is the pattern link if you're not doing, let me pin this comment. Let's see. No, it won't let me pin it. Okay, that's the link for the pattern if you don't have a Cricut. So you can make this either way. So it's a simplicity pattern. You can make it with your Cricut, or you can make it without your Cricut with the pattern I just linked right there. So that's kind of nice. So I wanted to just show you a couple things. I'm done on there. I'm done on here. So I'm going to show you, this is what it looks like in Design Space. This is the pattern, and if you go to the blog post that's linked in the description, there's a link straight to here. So this is this is what it looks like. It's called Boys Boxer Shorts if you're just searching Boys Boxer Shorts right there. And then it's nice in Design Space because if you have Cricut and Design Space, all you have to do is hit this green button down here that says Make It, and it lays it all out, and all you have to do is like put the fabric on your mat and cut it, which is really nice. But what I want to show you, if you do or don't have Design Space, well, I guess you have to have Design Space to do this part, but you could download it just for this. This is the pattern, and it tells you what you need right here. Then you just scroll down, all the way down to the bottom, and right here at the bottom, it says Boys Boxers Shorts Assembly PDF, and I've already clicked on it, and it's right here. And you can pull it up, and this is the directions if you are needing some help. This is the directions for the Simplicity pattern on Cricut. So all of their patterns, Simplicity patterns on the Cricut Design Space have this PDF so that it'll help you through the process. Because it can be like you cut it and then you're like, now what? You might not know that this is on there on the bottom. It's kind of hidden. Like I wish it was kind of up towards the top to tell you what to do. And it kind of has the key up here that tells you the different pieces. And then it has all the instructions down here. So this one on the Cricut Design Space is only for a size small, for like kids small, which is kind of a bummer. I wish it was for all the sizes. I wish you could change the size, but as of right now, I think they're still like really rolling things out, but as of right now, this is for the small. But if you buy the pattern that I linked, that pattern has a bunch more sizes. So if you're wanting to do varying sizes, I would definitely, you can do that pattern. You'd have to hand cut it, but I mean, that's what we're used to doing anyways, right? So no big change. So I just wanted to show you that. I'm going to leave the instructions open because I don't have this memorized. It's not my pattern. I'll probably need to reference them. But then the other things that we need, I will show you, is it actually calls for 3/4 inch elastic, but I mean, you guys, I tore my craft room apart and I made a pair of these and I had 3/4 inch and it's gone. So I'm wondering if maybe some little hands took it. So this is 1/2 inch. But it calls for 3/4 inch, so I'm 1/4 inch off. But it's with the waist plus 1 inch. Like, don't you wish you were my son? I wish my waist was this size. Not really. But, so this is my son's waist size. And so that's what you need. You need a piece of elastic that's that size. Then we have the 2 strips for the waistband. And I'm using this little fabric, which is fun. And if you're using your Cricut, it's kind of hard to see. Wish you could see a little, oh, you can see kind of right there. This is the fabric marker. That's the other nice thing about the Cricut is that it cuts and it marks the pattern. So you can see this is number 3 and it's got a line here and it's got these dots here to let you, or here to let you know how to, where you're gonna sew and what you're gonna do with it. And it cuts all the markings into it, these little like notches to line things up. So I kind of really like that if you're using your Cricut, because if you're cutting it by hand, you'll cut those in, but it's just kind of a pain. So we've got 2 waistbands right there. We've got our elastic, like I said. I've got 2 pieces, and I'm using 2 different fabrics. I've got 2 blue pieces like this. So I think these are the back of the shorts. And I've got 2 Spider-Man pieces like this. And this is the front of the shorts. And you'll see it's got this part here that's meant to be for the boxers, but we're skipping that part, right? Like, because I just don't, he doesn't need that. He's only 5. He's not going to use that bit of the boxer, and boxers look just like shorts. So yeah, you can make these for girls too. Just change up the fabric and skip the, I mean, you can make them, I mean, girls wear boxers too. It's cute, right? And just skip sewing the boxer bit in. So I have 4 pattern pieces, well, 6 pattern pieces because I've got the 2 strips and 4 pieces. elastic. The other thing I'm going to use is my purple thing, which is in my Amazon store, and I can link to that. You can see that hole. This hole is designed for elastic, so it's perfect because this is how we're going to get our elastic through. So I like that. And I've got my Wonder Clips. I did not mean to throw them, but that was kind of a fun effect. I've got our Wonder Clips, and I've got my Cricut Easy Press, which you don't have to use. You could use your iron, but it's nice because it's right here with my pressing mat. So I'm gonna scooch you down. Totally could be pajama shorts. You could, I mean, you don't have to be locked in on that word boxer. That's the word, but you don't have to be locked in on that. So, okay. So now that I've done the talking bit, you don't have to see my face anymore. So the first step, I'm gonna put some of this other stuff aside. The first step, because this goes at the end, is we're going to take our two pieces, so one piece from the front and one piece from the back, and you're going to do this step twice. So you're going to line up this here with, there, it's backwards, with the same side on the back of the shorts, and you can see I've got all my, why is my internet not working? Okay, I don't know if it's going through or not, but it says it's recording. So I'm just going to line up the, sorry guys, I don't know why my internet is kind of being funky, but hopefully you're still here. I'm just going to line up these sides. This is the short side, so this is going to be the crotch side. I've got right sides together, and we're going to do that twice, so we have that on both pieces. So we should be like this. Okay, and then we're just going to sew that in place. And I'm using just my regular old sewing machine. You could probably do this on a serger. I'm not going to pretend to know how because I don't serge. So I'm just going to show you how I do it on my regular sewing machine. So I'm just going to use a 1/4 inch stitch. It says, 5/8 inch. It says a 5/8 inch stitch. There you go.
There you go.
Okay, go.
There you go.
Go on. Okay, it says a 5/8 inch stitch.
Huh?
Is what you want to use to sew all this together. So we're going to do that. And then on the other side. So my internet is kind of cutting in and out, but it says it's recording. So if you guys share this, then you'll be able to come back and see the whole thing, because it's recording the bits that don't seem to be coming through. So if you're missing anything, I recommend you share it for later. Okay, so I'm just using a straight stitch. And then I'll show you, then we're just going to press this open. And I'm going to press the seam open as well. Just like so. Okay, and I'm going to do that again. So we've got this seam put together. I'm going to do that again on this one. Just press it open. I really like that they have all the instructions in a PDF on so that you can access it. You can print it to have for later. And I do really like that all I had to do was hit make it and then press the cut button and everything cuts and I don't have to worry about it. It makes me very happy. I'm not a huge, that's probably a big part of why I don't sew clothes, is because I hate cutting patterns. I really do. Okay, so we've got those, and we've got this. If you are wanting to make a really nice seam, you could do a zigzag on every raw stitch, on every raw edge. So you could do a zigzag here to close this off. I'll show you on one. It would take a long time for me to do, all of them, and I don't want to make you guys watch all that, but I'm going to show you what I did and will do for all of my, if I'm doing this. It's nice to just close off that seam so you don't, this will help it from fraying, and it will give you like a few more visible stitches on your shorts, but it's, I mean, it keeps it nice and flat so you don't have any fraying. So the this is my Cricut Easy Press. It's a heat press and an iron in one. It was originally designed for like vinyl, but it works really super awesome for these small quilting. So if you see, now we've got this stitched down. I really recommend, especially with kiddos, like they're pulling and stuff, this is what would be left if you didn't stitch it down. This is a nice finished, you can see it's nice and flat. We're not going to get a ton of fraying. And if you're not using a serger, I mean, it's a good, this is what you will see on the outside of your shorts, on the side seam. You can't really, I mean, if you use the right color, you're not really going to see it very much anyways. So I would recommend, if you're wanting to not use a serger, kind of finishing your seams with that, in that manner. But we're not going to do that for all of them just because we don't have time. So now, sorry, I gotta reference but that's a nice way to finish your clothing if you're not using a serger. So now I'm putting my right sides together. I'm referencing my directions over here because, like I said, I don't have it memorized. So right sides together, we're just gonna line up everything. So you can see it's got this, oh hush, it's got this little bit here to tell us where to line everything up. So we're lining it up here. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna juggle all these things on the table. Right, like so. Yeah, and this is actually a really, really fast pattern that you could make a bunch of them. And these would make nice like gifts. You can make lots of pajama bottoms, or for Christmas, or whatever holiday. Fun for sleepovers. Okay, so yeah, I'm not learning how to use my serger because I don't have one and I don't want one. So I've lined this up, and now I'm going to sew from here all the way up. And in the instructions even it shows that you sew what would be a straight line. You don't sew around this curve here. So you just sew down and around. And hopefully our seams are lining up here, which they are. So I'm just going to go whoop, like that. You like the sound effects? So trying to find where that is kind of pain. Okay. I always feel like, am I doing this right? But I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's part of the other reason why I don't sew clothes, is it's not nearly as intuitive for me as sewing like quilts and stuff. Like I'm always second guessing myself. I just don't picture it like I do everything else. But it's just practice. If I practiced more, I would be able to picture it better, right? Still making sure everything's lined up, and it is. What's up now? Okay. So, oh, guys, okay. So now we've got that. And did we do this right? We did. Oh my gosh, I'm always so shocked by myself. Okay. So when you open it up, it'll look like this. Amazingly, somehow we did it. So I'm just going to, right? Did we do it? This fabric is not as nice as the fabric I used for my last one. I'm just going to press it a little bit. It doesn't love the curve as much on this one. This blue fabric it was in my stash and it's an older, kind of junkier. He's doing well. Thank you for asking. He's in his casts for another week and a half, so that'll make 3 total weeks. He's not quite going insane yet. My younger son is the one who's not handling it as well because his buddy can't really play with him very much. He's kind of on the couch and not up for playing as much. I'm not gonna... Okay, so now we've got that. So our next step, the next steps on the instructions are talking about this bit and working in the boxer bit, but I'm going to skip that because I'm not making them boxers, I'm just making them shorts. So I'm going to go down, and the next step is to sew the side seams. So again, just make sure you're lining up. We've got our notches here that we're lining up, and I'm going to sew the 2 sides into place. Yeah, we will. It doesn't say that in the instructions, but it probably should, right? To just clip in here so that it clip in here so that the curve lies better. I'll show you what Kim's talking about, even though we already sewed over these. So just in here where it's curving, you can cut out little triangles, or just even just straight lines are fine. But this helps it lie a little flatter. That's the other thing about these patterns is you're like, how about if you give me a few pointers? That's why I like doing my tutorials on the blog, because you can give a lot more info than... And the other thing is this fabric is just not very good. This blue one is just not very nice. So you can notch, just like this is what they're talking about. Take some notches out, so that helps the fabric really stretch a little bit better. And since we're using cotton, it's just not as stretchy of a clothing material. So now, like, we have kind of what looks like shorts, don't we? So this is what we've got, what it looks like. And again, like I said, you can, hi Margaret, Debbie, we're making some shorts, some boy shorts. You can press this open, and if you're not using a serger, or you can even press it to one side, you don't have to press it open, you can press it to the side and then close this off with a zigzag stitch. But you'll have to just make sure you're using your this removable thing. I don't know, I lost the name for it. Hi Nadine. So if you're wanting to finish it and not using a serger, that's a good way to add a zigzag stitch right here. Or you could do like a strip of like heat and bond hem tape and then just press it down. That would work too, to keep it down and flat. That is a good option as well if you're not using a serger, which I don't. So now my notches are coming out. So now we've got that. Let's go. That's it for this bit for now until we hem the leg. Now we're going to grab our waistband. We're going to line it up and we're going to sew the two ends together. If you are using the Cricut one and you have the fabric marker, you'll see these two dots here. We're leaving this bit open. Where are they? It's really hard to do this backwards. Right there, that's where we're going to put our elastic in, so don't sew there. I'm just using cotton. It's just plain old cotton. This Spider-Man is a fat quarter that I got at Joann. This is not as nice cotton. I don't know where it came from. It's just a plain blue fabric, but it's just quilting cotton. You can make it from other things, I'm sure. Did it have a recommendation? I'm trying to remember. What does it recommend? Oh yeah, broadcloth, cotton, gingham, corduroy, poplin. Yeah, lots of different. It has some other recommendations on there, but cotton is just fine. I guess it's not recommending this for knits. So I'm gonna just sew the two together, but I'm not gonna sew on between these two dots. I'm gonna leave open. That's where our elastic is gonna go in. So we'll skip that bit. Okay. My machine sometimes goes wonky, like super slow. Yep, that's what I recommend as well. I'm just not doing it this time because it just takes a while for all those finishing touches, and I don't want to make you guys watch me do the finishing touches. I can just as easily just tell you about it. Yes, I love all your guys' tips. I appreciate them. So it's always helpful. Oh, I have one more. Helpful for people who are wanting to get started in various sewing endeavors, to have people who have some fun tips. Okay, so we've sewn them together, so now we have like one circle, and I'm going to, I think the next thing we do is press it in half. Just making sure. Yep, we're just gonna press it in half. So first I want to go back to this. Sorry, my thing turned off because it was being crazy. Hey Paula. So I'm just gonna press these open, and it's a good idea. You can either like zigzag these down now or use some sort of adhesive. Temporary adhesive is fine because it'll make it easier to put your elastic in later, because you'll have to get by these when it comes time to stick your elastic in. So I'm just pressing it open. So, got a thread here I need to trim up. There we go. Okay. And then, like I said, use some sort of adhesive. You could also just use, oh, that's a good idea. I've got this, I haven't used this yet, so I'm excited to try it. This is, maybe, if this will come off. Let's see. I got this super fabric. I'm just going to dot it on and see how it goes. See how it works. Ah, it's crazy. Okay, I'm just going to dot it down here to kind of put these down. Maybe. Oh, still need to cut it. No, that's good. Okay. Just like so. So this is just a fabric glue. It's called Super Fabric Permanent Fabric Adhesive, ultra flexible. So that's good. I can give you guys a link if you want. It's just at Joann. What is it already like? Okay. So I'm just gluing these down so that it'll be easier to put the elastic in. You can do that on both sides. I'm like, apparently, I should have done better about little tiny things are hard to use. Okay. There we go. I think I've never used one of these little glue tubs before. And I have, but not very often because I avoid like super glue. I avoid super glue like the plague, so I don't really like it. Okay, I'm just gonna try and clean off my thing here so I can put my lid on. Okay, so I've just glued these seams down, and now I'm gonna press it in half. Start over here on the one where it's had a second to dry. And I didn't read the instructions to see how long to wait, so that's me. When you're doing this, just make sure you're lining up your notches and your seams. And we're just going to press the waistband in half. And my computer's in the way. So yeah, there's lots of different options. Kind of a disaster here. Okay, there we go. Let's bring this over here for holding those seams out of the way. My son's gonna be excited. He doesn't know I'm making him Spider-Man shorts. He had a super blast modeling for the photo shoot. So if you go to the blog post, you can see him in his first pair that I made. He was so cute. He's such a sweetie. And then we're already almost done, really. We're not too much more. Just get this last bit. Now that we're all the way around, I can press a little bit more like that. There we go. Okay. So they want you to baste this, but I don't know. I know we got time for that. So you could baste this closed, but I'm not going to do that. So now I'm going to grab my shorts, put them right side out, and my sitting much nicer now that so right side out, they look like this. And then we are going to stick this around. Let's see, I'm trying to read the directions. And we have those, this is our opening right here for the elastic. So I want that to be, this is always where my brain goes a little bit wonky. I want that to be on the inside. So I'm gonna put it on the outside. So when I'm lining this up, I'm going to leave that opening on the outside so that it falls on the inside when we turn it the right way. And then, so our shorts are already quartered. We'll want to quarter our, I mean, it should be the same, but we're not quite the same. Apparently my stitching didn't line up. You shouldn't have to quarter them because it should be the same, but it's okay. We will. To quarter them, I mean, this is half, and then we'll just find it again. So here and here, and my two seams are the other two. So I'm just going to line that up, and here's my hole. I'll put the hole over here on this seam. So all my right sides are together. I'm going to line this seam up with this seam. And I'm going to clip it in place, like so. Then I'll do the same on this side. Trim this up. My trash can's right over there, I just can't reach it. Like so. Then I'm going to need the front seam is my third quarter. So it's going to be, this will line up fine. And my back seam, my fourth quarter, like so. And now I'm just going to sew around this edge here. And this says to use, I just want to make sure I'm telling you what it says, 5/8 of an inch, and then you're going to do another quarter, in another quarter of an inch. I'm just going to start and go around using my, I'm going to just, like so, make sure, and this, and you'll also want to make sure that all your notches are lined up, and they are. So, let's do it. Didn't use the perfect, I probably didn't use the perfect 5/8 of an inch when I did my side seams, but it happens. What can you do? I'm also not, as we know, the best talker and sewer. See, I know I can. I know, are you proud of me, Kim? I don't know that I'll be making myself any clothes anytime soon, but, you know. I think the other problem is I was at the store and I was looking at fabric and I was like, I would literally wear none of this. So I think that's one of the problems for me making my own clothes is like, I don't want to wear that. I don't know. Like my kids, yeah, they love Spider-Man. What am I gonna, I don't know. It's not really my style. I can't find anything that's like super my style. But what can you do? Oh, well. This one's like, so if I was doing this, I would definitely go back and fix that 5/8 of an inch issue because I didn't do the seams exactly, the edges exactly right. But I'm just gonna fake it for now. And just line it up. And it's going to have elastic, so it doesn't need to be, they're just elastic shorts, they don't need to be perfect. You know? You know? Okay. And then it said to sew one more time 1/4 of an inch from that first one. So I'm just gonna go around one more time and use, let's see, like so. is. And back stitch. Okay. And again, for my when I made them before, I went one more time and did a zigzag here to close that off, but it's not a whole super necessary. Okay, so now we're ready to add our elastic, which I've lost because I do that sort of thing, and it's gone. Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know how you lose something that was sitting right here on the table. Let's see. For real? Maybe I pushed it off the end. Oh, here it is. I do not understand how these things happen to me. Okay. So now we're gonna put our elastic in. Okay. We're gonna stick our elastic in. We're gonna go back and find that hole, which is here. And I've threaded my elastic through my little purple thing. And then now it's ready to, where's my hole? There it is. Now it's ready to go through. You'll have to give it a little push to start with that end. And then it just easily pulls through. And make sure you don't pull your whole thing out. You can, oh, see, I got to this. I got stuck somewhere. My glue apparently didn't fix it. There we go. So now I'm here. You can clip it to keep it from going in. But don't clip the hole closed like I just did. So that's not going to help. That's not going to help anything, is it? See if I can find it. Okay, there we go. Whoop. I did have it. Now I lost it again. There we go. Okay, then we're just going to pull the elastic all the way through. And yes, my son has a super tiny waist. Last time I didn't cut the elastic short enough, so I cut it shorter this time, so it looks even worse. Okay, then I'm just going to make sure that it's not twisted, and it shouldn't be. I'm going to pull these out and sew them right here. And you can do them, so I kind of like to do them like on top of each other and do like a square. So you have to pull it out a bit more for that. Or you can just do it like this. It was a lot easier with a 3/4 inch. It's not wanting to do that for me. And I just give it several goings over to make sure. I like to do that square, but it's not cooperating with me. So if you do it this way, you can also just sew this down. It's tight because he's so tiny. It's not wanting to do it. He's too small. He probably needed like an extra small in these. Hi, Ellen. But like I said, it's only comes in a small, so we're doing it in a small. I could probably put this on my other son, and it would fit him too, because he also has a tiny waist. Alright, that's good enough for now, and you see how it works. Then I'm going to trim all this stuff up. And then just kind of pull, and then wiggle it, and it should just suck right into there, into that hole. Let me find the hole again to show it to you. So it's just sucked itself right in to that hole, and your hole is left open. You could totally I mean, it says to use a slip stitch to close it, but I might just leave it because I can let it out. When he gets a little bigger, you can just pull that elastic out and add more. Then I'm gonna find, so since we didn't use a serger, like I said, I recommend you go back through and zigzag stitch this down because I'm gonna have that raw edge sticking out, and I don't know that he'll love that, so I'm gonna go back once I'm done and zigzag that down. But I'm gonna show you the last step to finishing these is this hem here, and you'll want to I'm going to turn them inside out for this. I'm going to press it under by like just a quarter, and then I'm going to press it under one time, and there's one more time. There's actually, it's really hard to see on this fabric, but they did mark it. So if you use the Cricut pattern with your fabric marker, it's marked on there, so that way all your legs will be even. But let's the other thing I found that's really awesome, hi Patty, is the they have wonder clips with seam allowance on them, so those are nice. They're kind of like the hem clips with the rulers, but they're smaller, so you could use them to make sure you have the same measurements on all the way around, so your legs are straight. But you can also just use your gauge, your sewing gauge, to make sure you have the 1/4 inch or a ruler or whatever. Just kind of, and I like to I'll call him in so you guys can see when he gets them what he thinks. Okay, so I like to kind of do them at the same time so that I can make sure that I'm got the same. This is good, the same size. So Steph, if you look in the link of this video, there's two, or I'll have to go back and pin it. There's two options. This, the one I'm using is actually Cricut, and it's on their Design Space. It's a Simplicity pattern on Design Space. But Simplicity also has, I mean, what they've done really is just import some of their most popular patterns into Design Space. So this pattern also exists in paper form, and I've linked to that in the comments. I don't think we have a ton of comments, so you could probably find it in these comments. It's kind of hard when it's live, but I will give you the link to either. I don't know if you have a Cricut. The Simplicity one is really nice, but as we've discussed, it's only actually size small. But if you buy the Simplicity pattern that I've linked, it's a bunch more sizes. And I want to say, I feel like, no, I guess not. I was going to say, I think it has adult, but it's just a really big kid. So they have the kids pattern for, I mean, up to like almost teenager, it looks like when you look at the video. Okay. Don't pinch your fingers. No problem. And I come back after and I'll throw a link there. So let me know. Do you want the Cricut pattern or do you want the paper pattern? You didn't see it? I will give you the link to the paper pattern. I'll add it to the description of the video actually too. So if you share the video, it'll be there in the description once I go back and edit it. So I'm just pressing this hem under a 1/4, and then I'm going to roll it up one more time, 1/4 inch, and press that under, and then we'll sew that in place. To finish, you could make this, I feel like you could almost make this out of swimsuit pattern fabric, like a for the boys, to make like some swim shorts. That would totally work. This would be a cute swim trunk. And they're actually boxers. The pattern is actually for boxers. So you could make it, oh, thank you. My mom shared it for you guys. That's the Cricut Design Space pattern. yeah, I like the idea of, and then my mom is helping me with comments. So you'll see it's coming from So What Alicia, but my mom is we'll throw the link in there for the, there it is, for the paper pattern. I was gonna say, what was I saying? Oh, they're actually meant to be boxers, but, they work just fine as, shorts. We just skipped the whole boxer part. And then I'm just gonna use, I'm kind of addicted to my like multi-step zigzag, you guys. I like that it closes off the edges, especially for my little boys' clothes because they're kind of hard on their clothes. I think that's a kid thing in general. I can just picture him. The clips are also on Amazon. If she's still here, my mom can also give you a link to that. If I can just picture my kid like getting his toes stuck in here and like getting ticked off and like ripping the shorts trying to get them on because this isn't sewn down well. Like, I don't know. It's just, is it all 5-year-olds who get like have kind of an anger problem? Maybe that's a question for a therapist. Maybe I shouldn't be asking on here and instead should be asking. But I kid, he's a normal little 5-year-old. He's just busy, busy, busy. Busy guy. And you could probably, so if you want it right now, you can totally use the link. But if you wait till your craft store has a pattern sale, you could probably get this for much cheaper. Depending on what store you go to. Just write down the number and see. They might not carry it in stores anymore. Some things like that are like, you know, they go through new patterns. So I used to work at, I worked at Hancock Fabrics when that was a place that existed. Remember that? I worked at Hancock Fabrics, and every quarter or whenever they came out with new patterns, we would just have a massive box in the back of patterns. And they're like, take whatever you want. We have to throw them away. I'm like, that is such a, I don't know. It was such a waste. I carried around a lot of sewing patterns for a long time before I realized that, oh wait, I don't even like to sew clothes. I can't sew clothes. I don't want to sew clothes. So I ended up tossing them, which is exactly what they did. But they come out with new patterns all the time, and they just get rid of them. They just toss them. I don't know. But so anyway, so this one might or might not be still at the store. You might be able to get it when they do like their 99-cent sale or $1.99 or whatever. It's a Simplicity. So yeah, you'd have to just check. I could check for you probably. When I have a free moment. It's funny. I don't have those. This is my Cricut Easy Press. It's awesome for this sort of thing and for iron on vinyl. It works really awesome for my heat and bond. I just made a project with heat and bond that is going to be on the ThermalWeb blog next week, and it works really good for that. Like felt and heat and bond, I really like this. It keeps a nice, oh, I just did a wonky thing. The fabric's all wonky right there. It makes a nice, you can hold nice pressure on it. Okay, now I'm just going to make sure that my legs are the same length. There's probably a much more technical way to do this, but this will work too, right? And in all honesty, I'm not super, super duper concerned because he's probably just gonna run around the house and out in the sprinkler, so not a massive deal. Okay, so let's, oh, that blue fabric does not like being ironed, you guys. It's junky. That fabric is junky. I don't know where I got it, so I can't tell you, but it's thin. I was like, it's such a pretty color. It'll go perfect. It was in my stash. Never again. I kind of turned into a fabric snob. It's not good. So yes, these would be super cute. I mean, there's nothing gender specific about them besides what fabric you use. So you could definitely use this for either. So once you find a cute fabric, let's see how they turned out. Just find a cute fabric, and then they kind of look like swim trunks, don't they? Can you believe it? This is my second time making a thing, making clothes. Okay, the first one was also these shorts. Oh man, but they actually come together pretty easy, and we did that in one, like while I was talking, in one video. So I mean, it's kind of fun, right? I don't know, they're kind of neat. Oh no, I think my elastic is twisted. Oh well. Okay, so yeah, what do you guys think? Let's see what he thinks. Gage, come here. Come. Okay, I know. So here he comes. Come here, bub. Come here. Look. Look what we got. What do you think?
Whoa.
Whoa.
They're cool.
You like them? Here. You want to wear them? You can go take them.
I don't want to wear them.
Not going to wear them right now? Okay. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. He's not. They're playing games, so he's like, I don't know. Anyways, isn't he adorable? I'm kind of biased, but yeah. So there's all the links. Now we've put the links in a couple times to the patterns. This one is the Cricut pattern on the Cricut Simplicity pattern, or you can just get the Simplicity pattern if you want to cut them by hand. I like the Cricut because it's super easy. Like, I didn't have to cut anything. They were already cut for me, which I really love. I did the blue in the back. They're kind of just nice, loose summer play shorts. So I like that. You could make them for girls or boys. You could probably, the larger kid size would probably fit some adults. So on the paper pattern, I will come back, and if you ask for the pattern, I'll share it with you. Anything you asked about, I'll share the links with you if you're curious. And you can find my blog write-up about it in the description. I will be back next Friday with more fun stuff. I think we're going to, we've got a couple options. We could make, I'll let you guys decide, we can make a pillowcase dress. That's always a fun project. We could work on a skirt, like a woman's or a girl's skirt, it doesn't matter. Or we could do, I could walk you through some of Emily from Life So Savory's new tote pattern. It's got zippers on it, so we could talk about the zipper part if you're curious about that. So those are my three things that are in my head that I'm thinking about. Is either a pillowcase dress for a little girl, a skirt for, I have women or girl skirts, or a tote. So let me know what you think, what you want to make next week. If you're not in my sewing school group, go over there, because I'll definitely put up a poll in there so you can vote. And then, yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!